My name is Nairobi Vinas, and this is my informative speech for SPC 1017. The oppressed are allowed once every few years to pick a particular representative of the oppressing class who is to represent and repress them. The quote I have just cited can be attributed to the subject of my speech today, Karl Marx. Karl Marx was a German philosopher who was best known for his advocacy of socialism. I'm sure many of you are familiar with his book, The Communist Manifesto, that was published in 1848. In his book, Marx, along with his partner Friedrich Engels, wrote about their observations of the French Revolution and about the class struggles that came about because of capitalism. Marx strongly believed that capitalism was a form of oppression against the working class. He felt that it was unjust and unnatural, and his biggest complaint was that many of the laborers were producing these high-value products and resources, but in exchange for very little wages. Throughout the 1800s, Marx and Engels continued to release publications detailing the destructive nature of capitalism and what it would result in if it continued to be the prevalent economic system. Fast forward centuries later, and Marx's words still ring true today. According to an article published in CNBC in regards to income inequality, in 2015, the top 1% of U.S. families earned 25% more than the families in the lower 99 percentile. And in between 1979 and 2007, the income for the top 1% of Americans increased by a whopping 256%, as opposed to the small increase of only 21% for the lower 90 percentile of the population. These are examples of how the private sector continues to take advantage of the working class. Just like in 1848, we continue to see the discrepancy in classes, and we continue to see the people take to the streets and protest against these inequalities, just like during the Industrial Revolution, Occupy Wall Street in 2011, the economic collapse of Puerto Rico, and the recent economic turmoils of France. In an article published in Barron's Magazine in 2018, investor Jason Paul Tudor stated that wealth disparity is the single most threatening social problem that we face in our country today. He has given several educational speeches about the dangers of capitalism and how it does not result in the overall wealth of the population, but instead it exacerbates the pay gap. Marx believed that the civil unrest would continue unless capitalism was eliminated. Marx's views were more than revolutionary. They were a prophecy. The wage disparity, the difference in between the classes, and the poverty rate are all indicative that capitalism has failed us. I hope I have provided you with substantial information as to Marx's views, and I would like to leave you today with one of his most popular quotes that was written in his publication, the 18th premiere of Louis Napoleon. History repeats itself, first as a tragedy, and second as a farce. I hope you've enjoyed my speech today. Thank you so much.